Jacob Fatu chooses Roman Reigns. Alexa Bliss shares an extremely personal update. John Cena addresses his retirement tour. The WWE releases a major backstage name after 17 years. The WWE was concerned about Seth Rollins' horrific attack on Raw. Goldberg shares extremely exciting news. A shocking Rhea Ripley moment draws major numbers for the WWE. Roman Reigns will face Solo Sikoa at WrestleMania 41. Let's dive right in. Alexa Bliss shares an extremely personal update. WWE superstar Alexa Bliss has been rumored to return to television for weeks. Amid much speculation about her comeback, she has shared an extremely personal update. Little Miss Bliss has not set foot inside the squared circle since January 2023. Since joining World Wrestling Entertainment in 2013, the goddess has made a huge name in the pro wrestling world by winning several titles, including the women's title and the Women's Tag Team Championship. She has also been part of several engaging storylines, including one with the late great Bray Wyatt. Many people expected Alexa Bliss to show up alongside the Wyatt Six on Monday Night Raw. However, that did not happen, but according to several rumors, the popular star might be close to returning to WWE television after a long hiatus due to her pregnancy. Bliss and her husband, Ryan Cabrera, were blessed with a baby girl in November 2023. The goddess recently took to her Instagram story to share a heartwarming update with her daughter, Hendrix Rouge Cabrera. She posted a photo of her baby girl, mentioning that it was her first baseball game. Baby's first baseball game, Bliss wrote. Alexa Bliss recently teased a return to WWE television after making a huge change to her appearance. During an edition of Sportskeeda Wrestling's Writing with Russo, former WWE writer Vince Russo said Alexa Bliss would not be a good fit in the Wyatt Six because the group already had Nikki Cross. Russo also mentioned that he thought Bliss was more valuable to the women's roster as a single star. I hope not, bro, because what would you do with her in the Wyatt Six? I mean, you got Nikki Cross in there. You got a female in there already. What do you do with her in the Wyatt Six? We constantly talk about the lack of females being over. You know, Alexa Bliss was over to some extent, and I think she is far more valuable to the roster as Alexa Bliss. I think if you put her in there, I think you are just gonna really muddy it more than it already is and make it much more difficult. It will be interesting to see what the Stamford-based promotion has planned for Alexa Bliss's potential return to television. John Cena addresses his retirement tour. Last month at WWE Money in the Bank, John Cena stunned everyone by announcing his impending retirement from the ring. The 16-time world champion is set to call it a day following a retirement tour in 2025. In a further update about the situation, Cena has addressed his future in the company. At the PLE, Cena revealed that he would attend the Royal Rumble and Elimination Chamber event early next year. He will also perform at WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas, Nevada, which will be the last time he performs at the show of shows. During an interview with Screen Crush about the upcoming release of his latest movie, Jackpot, Cena was asked if there was anything he'd learned from acting that had changed how he performed in the ring. Cena responded by saying it paralleled his existence in WWE. Then, he opened up about his impending retirement tour. And gosh, am I grateful for the 22 years so far that I've had in WWE, and as I retire next year, I'm really excited for that tour and to close that chapter. I will never forget the wisdom I've received from that, and it helps me in my everyday professional and personal life, John Cena said. Further information about Cena's retirement tour has yet to be officially disclosed, but the leader of Cenation has provided some details about how things will go. During a recent interview with Extra TV, John Cena pointed out that he will perform for WWE throughout 2025, with his retirement tour beginning in January and ending in December. He also said he would perform for WWE in various locations around the world during his retirement tour, meaning that his final run will not be restricted to North America. Fans will no doubt be excited to see where those locations are, with details likely to be announced in the coming months. The WWE releases a major backstage name after 17 years. WWE releases seem to be a part of the nature of the wrestling business and industry, regardless of who is in charge on top. One longtime name with 17 years of experience in the Stamford-based promotion is no longer with the company. P-Winsider Elite reported that WWE's Vice President of Talent Relations Operations was no longer with the company. The name of the person released is Kristen Altman, somebody who had worked their way up from a humble beginning in 2007. Going by the information available online, she had started as a receptionist and managed to work her way up in the talent relations department. Often, the big releases in the company that are covered are usually only that of talent, or people with significant influence in the company. However, as many within the company have stated, success is a result of everyone putting in the effort together. That's why awards like the Warrior Award are so important. This news comes months after Chris Legentil, the head of WWE's communications, was promoted to Executive Vice President of Talent Relations. One can only hope that Kristen Altman's rise within the sports entertainment juggernaut will help her transition to her next role smoothly, wherever that is. But she wasn't even the most shocking backstage name released this year. Earlier in 2024, PW Insider reported that Sue Aitchison, an employee since 1986, was let go from the company after nearly 40 long years. This came as a major shocker to people within the company, as she is one of the key figures responsible for the famous Make-A-Wish relationship that the sports entertainment juggernaut has enjoyed. She is also a recipient of the Warrior Award, a special award given every year during the WWE Hall of Fame ceremony to recognize people working behind the scenes. Releases are always difficult for the people who are cut, but as Triple H previously pointed out in a press conference, around the time Drew Gulak was released, it happens all the time. The WWE was concerned about Seth Rollins' horrific attack on Raw. Seth Rollins was left coughing up blood on WWE Raw after a sudden attack. It appears that even WWE was concerned about the star due to the attack on Monday. Bronson Reed announced his intentions to be taken seriously on WWE Raw this week. After arguing with Adam Pearce backstage about his prospects, he took things into his own hands and attacked Seth Rollins. The star was caught unawares, and even more so when Reed hit him with 2 sentons before hitting him with 6 splashes from the top rope. He continued the assault despite the arrival of WWE officials, who were all trying to get him to stop. He finally sat and looked on as Rollins was carted away from the ring. As it turns out, even WWE was very concerned about what was happening to Seth Rollins. The official X account tweeted that it was afraid Reed would not stop. "We thought Bronsonisher would never stop," the post said. Given that Reed disobeyed officials' orders, the star is likely to be punished by Adam Pearce. However, given the rampant chaos fans have seen, it remains to be seen what the Raw general manager can do to bring order back to his roster. Although Reed is known for being a fierce star who can flatten his opponents, he interrupted Rollins at a crucial time. Rollins was finally getting a shot at CM Punk, something he has been craving since he first returned to WWE. However, that was interrupted, and it appears that he will have to feud with Reed when he can return and is cleared by the company. It's clear that Seth will be out for vengeance, and Reed may be in more trouble than he knows. Goldberg shares extremely exciting news. Goldberg has shared an exciting announcement with his fans. The WWE legend took to social media to make it. The legendary star has not been seen in WWE ever since he last wrestled and lost to Roman Reigns in a match where he attempted to become champion. Goldberg made the announcement on his Instagram. He shared that in 48 hours he would be streaming live from his YouTube channel as part of a burnout competition on Friday night. This would be part of the Roadkill Nights event in Detroit, Michigan. He went on to give further details about what he would be doing. "Okay, boys and girls, I have some extremely exciting news to share with you. 48 hours from now, around 6 p.m. Friday night, I'll be streaming live on YouTube, Goldberg's Garage, as a participant in a burnout competition. If I time it correctly, it will be really bada." He added that he would be driving a Demon 170, which was not his, so there was a chance he could win the competition. "I will be driving a Demon 170, and it's not mine, so I can actually win this thing." He said that there was a chance for fans to bet on whether he blew 1 tire, 2 tires, or if he won the whole thing. He added that fans would not want to miss this. While the legend appears to be done with wrestling for the time being, Goldberg had hoped for a last retirement match before he left wrestling. While he didn't get it at WWE, there had been rumors of a match elsewhere. However, earlier this year, the star announced that it was on the back burner for the moment. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I've kind of put that on the back burner. Right now, I've segued into dad, first and foremost, and husband, and car host. I'm just having fun at my garage, so I really don't have a lot of time right now to dedicate to prepping for a retirement match. A shocking Rhea Ripley moment draws major numbers for the WWE. Monday's WWE Raw capped off a wild month for Rhea Ripley. After spending months on the shelf with an injury, the multi-time champion returned to Raw and has continued to be a strong draw. New information shows which one of Ripley's recent shockers has more buzz than the others. The 37th annual SummerSlam opened with Ripley challenging Liv Morgan for the WWE Women's World Championship. After Morgan focused on Ripley's surgically repaired shoulder, the referee checked with the Aussie superstar, but she refused to quit. Ripley later revealed that her shoulder was out, which Michael Cole said was likely a dislocation. In an impressive move, Rhea then slammed her shoulder against the commentary table to pop it back into the socket. The Eradicator's brutal shoulder fix shocked Cole, Pat McAfee, and most of the WWE universe. The buzz surrounding the moment continued through the weekend and into this week, as the clip is now the most viewed from SummerSlam 2024 on WWE's Instagram page. The original ringside version of Ripley popping her shoulder back into place has 2,572,788 views on YouTube, while an official feed version has 387,019 YouTube views as of this writing. The clip also has 783,100 views on X and 2.6 million on Facebook. The original version also has 51.7 million views on the official WWE Instagram. The next closest SummerSlam clips on Instagram are Roman Reigns' return with 24.6 million, and Jelly Roll's chokeslam to Austin Theory with 17.1 million views. The Judgment Day's implosion continued on Monday's post-SummerSlam edition of Raw. The faction is now split into two sides. After Dominic Mysterio turned on Rhea Ripley at SummerSlam, Finn Balor then turned on Damian Priest. Raw featured Balor revealing the new Judgment Day with himself, Dirty Dom, Liv Morgan, JD McDonough, and Carlito. Ripley and Priest later united as the Terror Twins to brawl with their former stablemates. The big rumor on the Judgment Day is that a mixed tag team match will take place on August 31st at Bash in Berlin, featuring Ripley and Priest versus Mysterio and Morgan. Officials have not confirmed the match as of now, but speculation is that this could lead to Ripley versus Morgan and Priest versus Balor at Bad Blood on October 5th, perhaps with one of the matches taking place inside Hell in a Cell. Roman Reigns will face Solo Sikoa at WrestleMania 41. Roman Reigns is back for the first time since WrestleMania 40, where he lost the undisputed WWE Championship to Cody Rhodes. Following his return, speculation has been running wild over what the original Tribal Chief will do at next year's Show of Shows. We have already received an indication of the two biggest matches at WrestleMania 41, with WWE teasing them from April onwards. This includes Reigns facing Solo Sikoa, while Rhodes is set to take on The Rock. Dave Meltzer has reported that the company has already penciled in both matches for the Show of Shows. Speaking on Wrestling Observer Radio, Meltzer noted how much in advance WWE is setting up the main events of WrestleMania. The Rock confronted Cody Rhodes on the Raw after Mania this year, essentially confirming they will have a match. Meanwhile, the feud between Roman Reigns and the former NXT North American champion has just begun. The top two matches of WrestleMania 41 are probably Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa, and The Rock and Cody Rhodes. That's been known since WrestleMania 40. Since the day after WrestleMania, they're booking way ahead as far the key stuff, said Dave Meltzer. At this point, it seems like both matches will happen at WrestleMania 41. However, there's no way of knowing until we reach the spring of 2025. Roman Reigns might be busy fighting his family all year long, with the final showdown happening at the Show of Shows in Las Vegas. Roman Reigns returned at SummerSlam and attacked Solo Sikoa, following weeks of getting called out. This means that the two cousins will likely face off soon, potentially at Bad Blood in October. They may also lead their respective versions of the Bloodline into war at Survivor Series. So, how can WWE extend this storyline? Solo would have to get the better of Reigns in the first part of their feud. The Big Use might even need to go on a mini hiatus at some point, while fighting other members of the new Bloodline in singles matches. This can eventually lead to tribal combat between the two at WrestleMania, with the winner being crowned the undisputed Tribal Chief. Will Roman Reigns face Solo Sikoa at WrestleMania 41? If not, who will he face in Las Vegas instead? Jacob Fatu chooses Roman Reigns. WWE fans were treated to an incredible night on Saturday when the sports entertainment juggernaut hosted SummerSlam 2024. While everything on the show delivered, it was an incident that took place in the main event that truly led the crowd to explode. When Solo Sikoa seemingly had the upper hand over Cody Rhodes thanks to interference from Jacob Fatu, Roman Reigns' music hit. The Tribal Chief made his return to the company for the first time since WrestleMania, and he proceeded to lay out Solo Sikoa. This big return was months in the making, especially ever since Solo started talking trash about Reigns on a regular basis. Fans were begging for the head of the table to make a comeback and shut Sikoa up, and he did exactly that. Things aren't likely over between the two, however. In fact, Roman may have a surprise or two up his sleeve for the alleged new Tribal Chief. Here are 4 surprises Roman Reigns may have for Solo Sikoa and the new Bloodline on WWE SmackDown. Number 1. Paul Heyman could return to tell Solo Sikoa off. Paul Heyman is a legend in pro wrestling. He has been a manager, promoter, booker, photographer, and at times, even a participant in the ring. His glorious decades-long career earned Heyman a spot in the WWE Hall of Fame. He was inducted earlier this year. Unfortunately, not everything has been good for the wrestling manager. The new version of the Bloodline, led by Solo Sikoa, destroyed Heyman on an episode of SmackDown, which even saw the group put Roman Reigns' Wiseman through the announce table in a stunning turn of events. Heyman could finally return to WWE television now that Roman Reigns is back. If Roman brings Paul out as a surprise, Heyman could verbally attack Solo like only the Wiseman can, now with the knowledge that the Tribal Chief is there to keep him safe. Number 2. Jimmy Uso may finally return to WWE SmackDown. Jimmy Uso is a future WWE Hall of Famer. While he is yet to ever truly break out as a singles star, Jimmy, alongside his brother Jay, made up one of the greatest teams in pro wrestling history. In fact, they even held the tag team titles for longer than any tandem in the company's existence. Paul Heyman isn't the only Bloodline member to feel the wrath of Solo Sikoa. The SmackDown after WrestleMania saw the WWE debut of Tama Tonga. He and Solo brutally attacked Jimmy Uso, and the former tag team champion hasn't been seen on television since. Jimmy has been loyal to Roman Reigns, even if it caused issues between himself and Jay. That likely won't change, and as a result, Uso could return on SmackDown as a surprise. He will surely want revenge on his younger brother, and Tama Tonga and the Tribal Chief may set that up on Friday. Number 3. Jacob Fatu could shockingly switch sides. Jacob Fatu is one of WWE's greatest signings in years. The talented performer is a powerhouse, but he can also move like a cruiserweight. His moonsaults and dives are something to behold. Fans were shocked when Fatu made his WWE debut as part of the new Bloodline. He has been a menace, helping to take out numerous big names. Not only that, but he and Tama Tonga won tag team gold by defeating DIY just last week. While Jacob has routinely pledged his loyalty and love for Solo, Roman could have quite the swerve up his sleeve. In what would be a shocking moment, Fatu could switch sides and reveal that he has been working with Roman this entire time and purposely got close to Sikoa to help take him down. Solo would be shocked. Number 4. Hikuleo could debut on Roman Reigns' side. Hikuleo is an interesting figure. He is a big man known for his time in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Despite that, he is perhaps best known as the younger brother of Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa. Reports have indicated that Hikuleo has signed with WWE. While the sports entertainment juggernaut itself is yet to confirm this news, many have been awaiting the big man's debut. The expectation has been that Hikuleo would join Tama and Tonga in the new Bloodline. In what would be an amazing swerve, the Tribal Chief could debut Hikuleo as part of his own crew instead. This would shock Tama, Tonga, Solo, and Jacob, while also adding a lot of firepower to Reigns' side of things. It would also make things even more personal.